Hello everybody, we are back once more at UKG 2024. This time I've stopped off to see how Sythopian Wars is coming along because there are grand plans ahead and I want to know more. So how's it going for you today?
Yeah, fantastic so far. We're back again this year and this time we've brought not only the set that we managed to bootstrap ourselves last year, but also the stuff that we're hoping to get to Kickstarter in a couple of months.
Okay, so do you want to give people a brief overview of Sythopian Wars if they haven't seen either us waffling on about it or previous videos with yourselves?
Yeah, so it's a sci-fi war game that kind of falls in between skirmish and the sort of like full-scale massive battles that you can play. And we've really gone out of his way as gamers ourselves to make sure that the rules are streamlined enough that you can learn it really quickly. It'll definitely appeal to a lot of war gamers out there, but it has a lot of depth. So there's a lot of strategy involved, especially since it's an alternating activation with a reaction system, so that at no point should you be waiting 15 to 20 minutes for your opponent to move everything around the table. It's a case of my opponent's doing something against me, what am I going to do about it? Yeah. So how am I going to react? Am I going to shoot back at the same time before I take losses? Am I going to dive into cover, run out of line of sight, charge in to stop them being able to shoot completely? So it's very much a game that is built around what are you going to do as a player, rather than what are the dice going to tell me that I can do?
Yeah. Well, I never liked the dice. They never let me do anything. What I will say is the timeline for Sythopian Wars is an interesting one because something happened. People aren't entirely certain what that was, and then the sort of the world has progressed. They're not even entirely certain if they were originally from this planet. Is that nebulous enough that allows you to put whatever you want in, or is there specific plans and reasons behind that? Because that's intriguing.
Yeah, well, we've got 20 years of lore that we're slowly uploading to the internet. Yeah. It's something that we've been working on for some time.
Yeah, and there's a lot of things in the lore. What we want to, obviously, we'll know about it. But we want to keep people guessing, so it gets people's imagination flowing, really. We don't want to just pigeonhole ourselves into one corner with, like I said, if we can get fans on board and we can get more people joining in, you know, it opens up more possibilities. But there's a lot of things what we already know what's happening, and a lot of things what is hiding, behind the curtain kind of thing. Well, like I said, we're trying to keep it open for everybody's interpretation as well.
Yeah. No, I really like that. Also, it's the way it's laid out, the timeline on the website is great because you get little potted histories without having to read reams and reams of text, but it gives you the flavour of the ongoing eras in a very short, easy to access fashion. So you say that you have some new miniatures here for a new faction. So what's that then?
They'll be round in the cabinet. The new race what's coming out is the host. And basically, just a quick rundown, anything what dies on our planet has a chance of creating a host cell. And then the host cell basically grows on the corpse or the cadaver, and it'll use that cadaver as its body, basically. So in the cabinet, we've got a miniature called the Megalisk, and it's basically a massive reptilian head, and the host is literally its tongue. So it's absolutely fantastic model. I really enjoyed designing it as well. So I hope other people out there will enjoy it and get your hands on it as soon as it comes out.
Well, that is what you want people to do. Yeah, it's an intriguing way of doing it. It's like a whole host of parasites are living inside the wreckage of various mechanical or biological creatures.
Yeah, so it goes on as well. Once a battle's taken place and you've got all the bodies strewn all over the place, all of a sudden you'll have hosts literally rising up and start attacking any survivors. So it's just an all-out just slaughter fest.
It lends itself to some interesting scenarios as well.
It's fantastic real estate, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it is free real estate. It's always good to move in. Where are you at the Expo then if people want to come down and have a demo?
So we are at 1365 and we've got two tables set up. We've got a table here playtesting the multiplayer version of the game. So if you or a couple of your friends want to come down and really get into some playtesting, we'd love to see you. And then over on the second table, we have the standard 1v1 with the sets that we currently have on sale.
Okay, and if people can't get to the Expo, where should they go online?
Yeah, so we've got various. So we've got the store, ScythopianStore.com. We tried Sythopian Stores, which would have been fantastic, but never mind. And the ScythopianWars.com, which has, as you've sort of mentioned before, we've started uploading the lore there. We've got a few short stories to introduce you to the setting, the timeline, and also links to the shop and his various social medias as well.
Well, there you go, folks. Definitely want to check out if you fancy a very different sci-fi setting. And if you can get to the expo, come down, get the guys to give you a run around and see whether or not you can deal with the host or any of the other factions that are crawling around the table. We're going to move on and see what else the expo has to offer. Bye-bye.